Welcome back to the Bullpen Pitch Fest in Minneapolis. I'm sitting here with Chris Aleong, the CSO of NeuroCores, Inc. Welcome to the Bullpen Pitch Fest, Chris.
Thank you.
I have a few questions for you, if you don't mind. And the first one I always like to ask is less about what you're doing now and more about who you are as a person and how you got here. Can you give us a little information on your background?
Sure. So I started as a finance economics major and started as a financial analyst working in finance for many years. And I just loved the people that worked with science, the salespeople, the product development people. So after some time, I just wanted to be in that space. So I made the switch to commercial, to sales and marketing, and I've been working there ever since.
Oh, well, that's interesting. And so since you switched into that, obviously you're doing some cool and interesting stuff now. What are you working on in this moment?
Okay. So I've been working in biotech and rare diseases for, I would say, over 15 years. So I love the rare disease space because when I see the impact on both families and patients, it's something that really gets to you. So I've stayed in the space and I discovered this company that I've never seen this kind of company before because number one, it's from Japan. And this professor has been studying plasmalogen. It's a natural lipid, most abundant in the brain. So the effect of plasmalogen on aging diseases or neurological diseases, to be more specific. So he's been treating patients with Alzheimer's, Parkinson's disease, dementia with oral supplements of plasmalogen for over a decade. And what he has discovered in his research and his treatment of patients, that as someone ages, the level of plasmalogens in the brain decreases, and with that, the risk of getting dementia and Parkinson's, et cetera. So what he's been doing is, through these supplements, he's been giving back plasmalogen, and he's seen tremendous success because these patients, the symptoms, how it presents itself, they actually have been stabilized and in most cases reversed.
Interesting. So it's almost like we have a supply that we go through as we age, and now we're refilling the tank in a way is what you're focused on doing.
Right.
So you have to dumb it down for me to understand. But like, you're very good at explaining because I got that.
Yeah, and this research has been going on for 2 decades, and he's been treating patients for over a decade. So as a platform, it's de-risked. And right now what we're doing is we're trying to make the first plasmalogen drug for Rett syndrome.
Okay, so you've actually got clinical data and now you're applying it in very specific ways.
Correct. For the drug for humans, because it's been used as a supplement, but it's never been used as a drug.
As a drug.
So we're developing the first drug using plasmalogen as a foundation.
All right, so as you know, the Bullpen is all about finding someone, helping them, and repeating. And you've got a great story that I think is going to resonate with a lot of people. So how can the Bullpen and our LinkedIn community help you? What would the ask be for you right now, how people can assist in getting this to market?
Okay, so there are 2 specific asks. Number one is that we have tremendous data and research on plasmalogen and the effects on the brain. So if anybody is working on neurological disorders and it involves the brain and they would like to see how plasmalogen could fit into their research, we would love to share information and find some way to collaborate. So co-development, partnership. Second ask is that we're currently raising $3 million as a bridge round to set us up for Series A because we're going to submit our IND in Q1 next year. So the $3 million bridge round would help us tremendously.
So investors, family offices, the Milken Institute maybe, who know a lot of those people, those could all be very helpful pieces for you, which is great. And I guess the very last thing then, so this will probably resonate with a lot of people given what you're doing. If they do want to help, what's the best way to get in touch with you?
Okay. The best way to get in touch with me is through email. So it's Chris, CHRIS, @neurocores.com.
And again, this has been Chris from NeuroCores sitting with me, the Chief Strategy Officer. I love that because it's the same title I have. This is why this was so great. I appreciate you being in the Bullpen at Pitch Fest, the very first Pitch Fest we've ever had. And I look forward to watching your journey as your company goes forward because it's really great science.
Thank you.